Why did you do it like that?
I gotta warm up my hands. Nobody liked cold hands.
Okay, so I took this screenshot because I want. What? What the fuck did you just say?
Nothing. What?
Am I gonna have to watch this podcast to?
You don't watch our content?
I do.
Well, then why?
I'm always our first view and first like because I think that YouTube will push us out to more people if we have that one.
Oh, yeah. I haven't watched any, so you should probably. Have you watched some on my computer?
No,
Interesting. Because at one point it recommended our video to me, but it said that it had already been watched like 3/4 of the way through. And I was like, I don't think my account's watched it.
On your personal YouTube?
Right. So that's why I thought you might have watched it on my computer. Or
Not
something.
that I remember. I mean, I've watched it on our actual Mindless Prattle account, but not your personal one that I know of.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I didn't know.
Oh.
It's crazy.
But so I took this screenshot. I sent it to you because it was really funny, but I intended to talk about it on the podcast. So
yeah, 321 is crazy.
Oh my gosh, shut up.
Bruh.
It's a challenge.
Look, we have it's not a challenge. All right. You get nothing from it. You know what you get out of our Duolingo streak? Knowledge, satisfaction, purpose. You know what you don't get? Strange stories about random people's drama. But I get it. It's not something you're interested in.
What Jordan's referring to is I took a screenshot of something on Reddit to send to him, and there's like these little challenges that
it's
Reddit's
not a
doing.
challenge.
Where it's like, oh, log in or read a certain amount of days. So I'm at 321 out of 365 days.
It's not log in and just read some stuff. You have to interact with people every day. So she has chosen to interact every day for 321 days with strangers, but continuously not interact with me on our Duolingo streak. And
but
just
it just means like
fail.
upvoting stuff counts too, you know?
All you got to do is hit a key means here. Like, that's it.
No, that's not.
Yep. You
It
ain't winning me over on this. You ain't winning me over on this. You spend more time a day on Reddit than you do on Duolingo.
That's why I have a limit to the amount of time I can spend on Reddit.
And yet you still don't use that extra time with me. Stop eating that. You're not supposed to be leaning on it. What is wrong with you?
Where do you want to start?
Why are you eating things? Please stop doing that. Like, you do that on your own private TikTok channel, okay? Keep them views separate.
Okay, can I just read? So, the point is that I was scrolling by Reddit and this story popped up on the Elder Scrolls Online subreddit where this person said that basically they play the game on Xbox. They have about 4 to 5 characters. They have a subscription to the game, so they get a lot of the like in-game currency that you have to pay for, all this sort of stuff. And they were like, so anyways, a tornado hit my home in Washington, destroyed everything I own. So there's no cross save or anything like that. And they were like, so which PC would be the best for playing this game? And everybody's like, bro, your house just flew away, and you're just like, how do I play ESO now? Like,
yeah, right.
And then the second top comment was like, man, if my house flew away and I couldn't play ESO to get my mind off the missing roof, I would be pissed as fuck. And it made me laugh so much because like that is such a gamer thing.
You didn't even respond to what I sent you this morning.
What would you send me?
Pull up the message. What's it say? Read it out loud for the kids at home.
I saw a tweet that said, I feel like I'm constantly worrying about the next part of my life without realizing I'm right in the middle of what I used to look forward to. And I felt that.
Yeah, see, that's you.
Yeah, I laughed at it in person.
When?
This morning before you left.
I didn't show it to you this morning.
You texted it to me before you left.
Yeah, while you were in the shower.
No, I was sitting in here with you.
You didn't laugh at it.
And I laughed.
You did not.
I literally
I
did.
sent it to you when you weren't with me.
No.
And then you came in and we sat down together afterward. You laughed and then said nothing. What just happened?
My ear was itchy.
So you grabbed a brush?
Yeah.
Okay.
But any twos, it's your turn to say something because I've carried this podcast today.
I don't believe that. You didn't even do the intro.
Oh, shoot. It's only been 6 minutes. It's fine. We got time. Hello. Welcome back to Mindless Prattle, episode 117.
The Halo episode.
Why?
Because it's 117.
What does that mean?
What? You sank down again. There you go. Like, I just keep watching it every time. You're like, and now together we go. What do you mean, what is 117? That's Master Chief's number.
I haven't played Halo like you have.
Okay. It's also on my arm.
Oh, yeah.
It's right there. Boop, boop.
Have you explained that tattoo on the podcast?
That's Halo. It says 117.
And the other parts of it?
Not Halo.
Not Halo. That is true.
Mm-hmm.
How's Doom been?
It's good. I think I'm going to finish it this weekend. That was the whole thought. That was... There's not... like, it's a really good story. I like it. It's really a good, like, completionist run because it's very easy to track everything. Like, some things are a challenge to do the completionist run on just because you don't know until the end. But this Doom is a very easy, like, oh, you missed something in a level. You can just go back into that level and all of your progress is saved, except for, like, the enemies and the story resets, but the collectibles you already got don't. So you now only have to go through and get the one you missed.
Nice. Okay.
Which is very nice. And it's very easy to keep track because it'll show you in each level what is in each level. Because some are just, like, some games are crazy where they're just like, get all the collectibles. And then you get to the end and it's like, yeah, you didn't get them all. I'm like, how many's in each level? And they're like, no, figure it out. I'm like, I feel like some collectibles should be like hidden or like secret area or whatever. But if you're going to be in the game and be like, yeah, you have an achievement or you get a whatever for getting all the collectibles, be like, why are they hidden? I feel like Easter eggs should be hidden. Collectibles should not. You know what I mean?
I know. I do think that's crazy because I'll end up just Googling it online. Like, it's not going to keep me from knowing what it is. I'm just going to have to go online and figure out what it is so I know how to get it and plan it, you know?
Yeah, I was like, all right.
But most of my very difficult trophies or achievements or whatever, I always get them on accident. And it'll be like, top 0.01% of players have gotten this. And I'm like, oh, I just fucked up something in the game and magically got it, you know?
Right.
Like, everybody's like, wow, that's so cool. And I'm like, yeah, I'm just stupid. Like,
yeah. But I think I'm currently on I just finished chapter 12, and I haven't started 13. So I'm on 13 out of 22. So it shouldn't be super long left.
You just reminded me, 13 and 22 always remind me of Taylor Swift. Sorry. It's actually really exciting, and it's a little bit of clowning. Mm-hmm. So today Taylor Swift posted, or a few days ago, but last week by the time this comes out, I'm not so good at like the time difference when we're recording, you know?
If it's today in real life, it's 2 weeks ago today.
Okay, yeah, 2 weeks ago. So Taylor Swift posted a thing on social media just like, oh, let her up on my website. And I was like, oh, how exciting. Maybe she's going to finally put out like Reputation Taylor's version or like has more music coming out or something. It was even better, actually. Not for the fans, but for her. So basically, the whole...
She needed a break in life.
No, well, I explained to you the whole Taylor's version thing came about because she didn't own the masters to her music. Her old manager wouldn't sell them to her at a fair price or anything like that. So she started the re-records as a way to like own her own music. A new company is now in charge, and she announced today that they allowed her to buy all of her music, so she now officially owns all of it. Probably the only reason she could afford to buy it like was because of the Eras tour, because her catalog is worth a lot of fucking money, obviously.
So a company waited until she had a fuck ton of money and then went, hey, pay us.
Well, no, they just, like, her old manager wouldn't even give her the option to buy it, like, was basically just like, fuck you. So when these new people bought it, they reached out to her and were like, hey, like, we'll let you buy this for whatever. Like, they came up with a fair price. She mentioned it in her thing that they were very, like, something about, like, professional, respectful businessmen, things like that.
As
but
opposed
also,
to what teenage girls in a locker room going, pay me. Like,
so
what the fuck you mean? It's a business
everybody's
transaction.
Like really excited because it's great news. But what I thought was so funny is the fans are always like, oh, this means this, so she's going to release Reputation Taylor's version on this date at this time. Because we're all
They have
psychopaths.
nothing better to do than like obsess over this person
Yeah.
who has so much money that she doesn't
But
care
in the letter,
about what the hell happens.
In the letter she posted today, she goes, I haven't even gotten a quarter of the way through the repatriation re-records, and now I probably won't.
Repatriation.
Yeah, I felt that when I said it. But everybody online was just like, what do you mean she hadn't even recorded a quarter of it? And we've all been like, she's going to release it any day now.
Yeah. What?
And it's like, how fucking lucky are Taylor Swift fans, though? Because, you know, like a lot of bands, people will wait years and years for their favorite bands to release new music.
And the fans of Taylor Swift are so lucky that she's so greedy. Is that what you're trying to get at?
And like she's released new music consistently the past few years, and this is the first time that she's like slowed down on it. And it's like, girl deserves a break. She works very hard. I would love to see her in concert again, but I just think it's funny that everybody's like, oh, we need more music. Like, calm the fuck down. Like, do you know how many other artists like just don't put out music and you just hope for years?
Yeah, but they also, like, other artists don't also, you know, have enough money to take jets to go get a croissant. I saw a picture the other day that was a jet, and it was in a living room, like with the nose coming down the stairs, and the cockpit opened, and then the stairs came out into the bottom floor, and the caption was just Taylor Swift when she wants to go downstairs to get some water. It's just the jet. Like,
you know, actually, she uses her private jets a lot less than most rich people do. I can't remember the numbers because someone like was tracking all the flights a few years ago.
That most rich people do? What does that have to do with it?
Yeah, like she doesn't fly her private jet as often. Obviously, she could do it less. Like, she's still a billionaire. Who cares?
Okay, one private jet flight is the same as all of us driving a car for years.
Okay, that's exactly why I
Like,
get so mad when
what?
people are like, oh, you need to do this to save the environment. You need to do this to save the environment.
Nah, it's
The shit I
corporations
do
and rich people.
isn't
That's
going to
it.
do anything compared to, like, what Coca-Cola is fucking polluting, you know? Like,
No, that's the rich people and corporations are the only ones that are fucking up the planet.
That's why, like, I'm like, I like Taylor Swift, but viva la revolution, you know? Bring back the guillotine.
Would you pull the lever?
Yeah.
If it was Swifty?
Maybe.
All of a sudden, you're like, well, she wasn't that bad,
Okay, so
guys.
here's
She
the
only
thing.
did it a few times, I swear.
Here's the thing. I don't think I would kill anybody, actually. Like, if I'm in the revolution, like, I volunteer, I do stuff. I am not the person murdering people.
Depends on what stage of the revolution you're at. If you're at the stage where all the rich people are gathered up and there's a line and they're like, it's your turn to pull the lever, like,
Then I'm pulling the lever.
yeah.
Yeah, peer
You'd be
pressure.
like, pull the lever or get in line. You'd be like, well, all right.
Well, it's real. You gave us a really good concert, Taylor. We'll make sure your place in history is cemented. Appreciate you. Don't worry,
Like,
I'll take
can
care
you
of
sing
your
me a
guests.
song? And you're like, oh, I just thought it'd be, nah, you're right.
It's like, sorry, I try to help you escape, but you're too tall. They'd notice.
No. Now, who would you help escape, though? Like, who would you pick help escape the guillotine? Which rich person?
Melinda Gates.
Yeah. Why?
Because Melinda Gates is like the closest example to like an ethical billionaire that I can think of. Like, the amount of money she gives away and the amount of charities she started, but also like I've just seen videos where she talks about that she believes it's a billionaire's responsibility to like give back to the community and like spend their money to make the society better.
I feel like as soon as you reach millionaire, that should be your status, right?
Yeah.
Like, maintain millionaire, give back. Like, those are the two.
And I mean, I don't know her exact wording, but she just talks about how like if there's no way possible for you to spend that amount of money in your lifetime, like it's unethical to hold on to it. Like, you should be making sure kids have food and water and like being like JD Rockefeller back in the day where you're like making a brand new music hall, you know, because you like art so much. Like, that's what rich people today need to do. Like,
Nah, why don't you just buy? Do you see that Elon was a little upset because his rocket blew up? Or not blew up, but like failed.
another one? No, I didn't see
Yeah,
it.
like there was like a third launch that didn't go well or something like that.
I didn't even know that another one was happening.
They launch like all the time.
Yeah.
Like, they launch thousands of satellites like every month.
Space trash. Woo.
Yeah, no, there's no regulation in space, and it's going to become a very big problem. I've seen a few like YouTube videos where like they go into the science behind it and the actual math, and they're like, yeah, it's going to be a very big problem for the amount of space trash that we have. Like they didn't, same thing with like jets flying at the wrong altitudes, space trash, like all of it is increasingly heating up the planet as well. And you're like, well, it's fine. It'll be.
Oh, that was
it
the
won't be
thing
good.
I was going to talk about. I forgot about.
Hmm.
Were you in the middle of saying something?
I guess not. Uh-oh. The demon's awake.
Okay, so did you see that glacier collapse in the Alps?
The one that buried that village?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Shouldn't live in the bottom of a valley. That's crazy.
we grew up in a valley.
Not in between two mountains like that, though.
But,
Like, I'm not on the side of a mountain. Like, it's...
So scientists noticed in the weeks leading up to that there were, like, I don't know, like readings that were abnormal and things like that. So they evacuated, like, the entire town. So only one person is unaccounted for from this tiny like there was like 300 people, I think it said. It was a very small place to live.
Yeah, it's crazy what happens when you listen to scientists.
But they said only like one person was missing, and it was a very old man. So hopefully,
yeah, he's like, I was born here, I'm dying here. I've seen Ice Age.
I'd be the same way. I'm like, I'm not fucking leaving. This glacier can take me ass out. Like, thank you. But just seeing the videos and pictures are so crazy. But like every time I see stuff like that, I'm like, man, global warming really just be warming up.
Yeah. Swiss village destroyed after glacier collapse. Ooh, a YouTube video. That'll make it less painful.
I hate YouTube videos.
This is just afterward. I want to see during. Did you see? It got recommended to me on Reddit, but did you see the a woman up in Dallas, or like the Dallas Fort Worth area? I guess they were at a lake. I don't know which one, but she hit somebody on a jet ski in like a swimming area.
I didn't like see the videos or anything like that, but I did read a few articles about it.
Yeah, well, the person she hit ended up dying, but she fled the scene. The people that were with her claimed that they didn't know who she was. And then they literally just started posting her picture all over the place. Like police, the Game and Wildlife Commission, like posted her picture and was like, if you know this woman, find, blah, blah, this and that. Well, they ended up finding her, right? But during the process of finding her, she started deleting all of her old posts on social media and deleting her social media accounts. People were like, that's not a thing innocent people do.
Yeah, that's suspicious.
Yeah. So they caught her before she was attempting to flee, or something like that. I was like, it's like, you just messed up. And the person that was standing there, like that was on the jet ski with her, was like, I don't know who that was. I just met her. And they're like, that's crazy because we have video of your friend, not that friend that was driving, but somebody else going, hey, where did she go? And like by name. And she goes, oh, I don't know where she went. I think she went that way. And I'm like, you can tell in the videos, like, she panicked. And
loyalty to your friends in situations like that is for your husband was abusing you and you killed him? No, I don't know anything about that. Not, I killed someone who was just trying to enjoy a day of skiing. Like,
yeah, I think it was
I
think it was a service member. I think she was in the military. I think her name is Ava Moore, if I remember right.
Bro, that's fucked up.
Let me see if I can pull it up.
Because it's like, obviously staying, yeah, it's scary. You're going to get in trouble. Like, you're definitely looking at involuntary manslaughter at the very least. But like, those situations are only made worse by leaving and running. Yeah,
Texas game wardens. Let's see. Yeah, she's being given... Her funeral is scheduled at a Fort Worth church. She's being given full military honors.
That's so sad.
And then they caught the woman who did it. But like involuntary, like if she would have stayed, she probably would have gotten charged with involuntary manslaughter, which I think is like 2 to 10 years or something like that. But doing that plus fleeing is another, I think, like 10 years. And I'm like,
and I can understand being scared and terrified, but like you fucking killed somebody.
Yeah.
Deal with it.
Or at least, very least, you hit somebody. And so some of the comments underneath was like, the game and like wildlife need to be in that area more. I live in this area and there's always people with watercraft and it's a swimming only area. And because it's so shallow, they park it at the grass up into the beach and drive around there when they're not supposed to.
So they weren't even supposed to be doing that.
No, she wasn't supposed to be there. None of the jet skis are supposed to be there. It's a swimming only area.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I'm like, you should have arrested everybody there, or at least given them tickets. Be like, you're having a watercraft here, you have a watercraft here. Like everybody, and you can see the people in the background who like knew her. Like one of them left with like the jet ski, and you're like,
and it's that kind of stuff that just makes me so sad because it's like that woman, she was just trying to have a fun day and like go out and enjoy herself in the hot weather, and then it's just over because somebody couldn't follow the fucking rules. It's always like the nice person who's fucked over. It's never like the person who's been drinking too much or whatever. That's the one that dies. Like it's always the innocent person, and it just sucks. The
Texas Attorney General is the one who announced that she was arrested.
What? Our AG can do something?
The Attorney General's after you? Nah, good luck.
Our AG don't give a shit about nothing.
Like a man who was with her and allegedly helped her flee the scene was also arrested. Good. Like I'm all for you and I will be together. But if you come up to me and be like, I hit somebody with a jet ski, I'm not gonna be like, get in the car, let's leave. I'll be like, no, we need to go talk to the police and help her. Like whoever you hit, No,
and if I was freaking out about something, you'd be the first person. I'd be like, ah, and you'd be like, calm the fuck down.
The passenger remained on the scene to be interviewed by first responders while the operator fled with a man. Yeah.
With a man?
Yeah, some man. I don't know. Law enforcement tracked her down. Texas Parks and Wildlife, the Grapevine Police Department, Dallas Police Department, Texas Department of Public Safety, and the U.S. Department of Homeland Security came in and arrested her. Like, God dang, girl. Mm-hmm. Crazy. The lady, a native of Venezuela, and the man are supposedly in the country illegally. Oh, I don't know if that's true or not.
No. People keep posting shit like that, and I'm just like, these issues are shitty enough without you trying to make it into like a political scape.
Yeah, I don't know if that's confirmed or not. It's just on here. But I think she was kayaking and got hit. I don't think she was swimming.
Damn.
Hey, while kayaking in Texas, yeah. That's crazy. Quavy.
Now I'm all fired up. I'm like, motherfuckers. People.
And you gotta go to sleep soon. You got work in the morning.
That's
crazy.
In 12 hours.
That's like 11 hours of sleep plus like an hour to. No, you're right. 10 hours of sleep plus an hour to wake up plus an hour to get ready. Yep. It's almost your bedtime.
Shut up. I don't need to go to bed.
Is that why you took a nap earlier?
Because I was tired from doing school.
I mean, you did wake up at like 6. That is true. 6 to 12 it's a long time to be awake.
It uses a lot of brain power. Writing.
A lot of brain power writing. I got home and you were playing The Sims.
No, I was not.
You probably were.
I haven't played today.
It's an educated guess. It's it's on the time.
You should probably get educated first.
Wow.
Like you don't have a whole ass degree.
I got a head degree, thank you. All right.
Yeah, you got a degree in giving head. I got a degree in giving head.
No, I got one.
Just one head.
Yeah, I didn't give. That's crazy.
Got one single head.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
Yep. Must have been good because they kicked me out. But they keep asking for more money, and I'm like, whoa. We agreed. You give me diploma, I leave.
Okay, I think I told you. So my physical therapist guy, I don't know.
This guy again.
He's a little weird, but today I came in and his secretary had like up and
left. Is that what you did?
Okay, no, I actually felt a little awkward because the secretary is a woman.
That's what I thought.
And then there's the PT guy, and then he has an assistant who just graduated school, who's also a guy. And then they told me their secretary up and quit, and I was like, so I'm alone in here with 2 grown men?
Yep. I wasn't comfortable with it when it was any grown men. But yeah, okay.
Yeah, like when I go to like the gynecologist, for example, if you have a male gynecologist, they always have a woman in the room. Like, and not that I'm like necessarily sexist, but I did have that thought, like, I am a small woman, There's just I just have
Well,
to.
that's why you're carrying.
I just gotta hope these guys are good guys. Like, I do want to carry. I just gotta figure out like a purse or something.
Oh, that's why you are carrying.
Pew-pew.
And Star Wars is where you're carrying. Apparently, that's.
Did you see that? Like originally in the Star Wars films, they didn't have this issue, but because everybody's grown up since then with the Star Wars films, when they have actors using lightsabers in the new movies, they have to tell them to stop making lightsaber
sounds.
noises.
Yeah.
That is so funny to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I would too. I'd be like, pew, pew, pew.
Yep. Yeah, they had to tell. Same thing with was it Harry Potter? Apparently Emma Watson used to like get in trouble with the directors because she knew all the lines, not just her own. So she would be standing like next to Daniel Radcliffe while he was doing his lines, like actually in the, while they were filming, and they'd have to stop because she was mouthing his lines in the background because she knew what they were.
Okay, but that's like the most Hermione thing I've ever heard,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, they were like, she's like, I just loved the book so much, I knew what the lines were. I was like, all right, like. Dune Multiplayer Survival, June 10th. Oh, I'm excited.
My book out July 4th.
What? Not everything's about you, okay?
But
it
what
is
if
exciting.
it is?
It is exciting. Next episode, we should have a copy of the book, too. So that should be exciting.
Oh, yeah. We ordered a physical copy to see if it turns out good.
Yeah, you got an author copy.
I got to figure out how to, like, get signed copies. Like, if I want to sell signed copies, How do I do that?
I don't know.
Like, would I have to buy them first myself, sign them, and then sell them from here? Or?
I don't know. You got author friends that do it, right? Just ask them.
That's true.
Like, what? I would assume so. Like, you get some of the orders and ship them yourself, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, I guess, or it could be that thing, like, where you bulk buy, where it's like, I see how many people want it, and then I place the order for those amount of books, and then ship them from here.
How is that different from what I just said?
I guess it's not.
What if you had the books and signed them and then shipped them?
Yeah. I could do like a limited run giveaway, like, I don't know, 50 signed copies or something.
Sure. I don't know. July 4th. Everywhere your books are sold. You got ebook, you got paperback. Well, we should put in for a hardcover as well.
Yeah. I thought that's what we did.
No, you had me put in the paperback.
Okay.
Because you were like, let's start with that.
That's good. Yeah, I do want to like read through it to make sure I didn't miss anything in editing. Like, oh, this is embarrassing.
Man, it's a little late now. I don't know what your child is up to over there.
Her collar is hitting the bowl while she eats.
It wasn't earlier. That's not eating.
I don't know. Sometimes, like I said, she'll like pretend to bury her food, and I'm like, it's just you and the other cat. Like, neither of you is stealing from each other.
All right.
But she won't even like bury the food. Like, she'll just paw at the empty ground near the bowl and be like, perfect, I have buried it.
It's like she's ringing a bell. Like,
she's trying to Pavlov us.
The what? Yelling at her?
Giving her more food.
That's not what that does. I'm yelling at her. I'm like, stop that.
And if anything, I've Pavloved her because anytime we open a fucking can or a door, she's like,
Yeah, just for you. If I open cans, she doesn't run.
no, she comes
It's
running.
just you.
If I open a bag of chips, she comes running.
Like
Anything.
I opened a can of peaches the other day and she didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Like I opened it next to her, didn't even move. And then I let her smell it and she's like, nah.
Maybe it's because you've never
back
really
down.
given them wet food.
That's because they don't deserve it.
I'm the wet food
I
lady.
always see the issues that they give.
Chipmunk deserves it.
For what? Laying still? Bro, you kill a fly, then we can talk, all right? Just saying. Bro, she almost got a spider the other day. It was pretty funny.
Yeah?
So there was this brown spider, It was like this big. And I was walking, I think to go to like the shower or something. And I saw it. Oh, see, I told you she wasn't eating. She's got a hair tie. I told you. I am so good at knowing when she's doing things wrong. So good at it. Just sit down. Sit down, you. You got to live with this knowledge now that you were wrong.
Okay, was it a brown recluse?
She was not eating. I told you. I know the difference. It's crazy. Anyway, so it was a spider. It was like this big. Boop. And it was brown. And I was walking. It was in here. I walked and I saw the floor move, and I was like, "That's not right."
The floor move.
Dude, it was the same color as the floor, like the carpet in here. And I saw the floor move, and I was like, "Something's not right." And then I heard the bell, and she jumped over, and she like almost pushed past me to get at the moving floor. Mm-hmm. But then she don't see so good, so she just stopped, and she was just staring. And then I was like, "Okay, she saw it too. I'm not high." The floor did move. So I was like, all right, let me look. So I got a little closer. I mean, it was like first thing in the morning. I don't have my glasses on. I couldn't see anything. So I got up there, right? I'm getting closer. I'm like this far. Like if this was the ground, I was like this far from the ground, like staring, like I can't see anything either. And then it just goes boop. And I'm like, oh.
You're like a cat with a laser pointer.
So I saw it and I was like, all right, it moved. And then I saw it, and then I saw the outline, and I was like, oh, a spider. And then she saw the outline, and she was like, oh, breakfast. And I was like, no. So I picked her up, and she almost tried to like clawing past me to get it. She was like, why? But she missed. So I skid her across the floor. And then I guess she got like distracted because then she looked at the fridge like it was supposed to open because she slid over to it. And I was like, look, I'm all for spiders, but not on the floor. Like spiders, stealing. That's where you live. And so then I grabbed a napkin and I grabbed him and I put him outside. And then I realized there's a different spider that lives outside. So they probably have like a turf war going on now.
I mean, the one living in the planter box is an orb weaver. So, like, they're very different than a house spider.
Wow, that's kind of racist. That one's not allowed in the main house. Why? Is it because it can't read?
No, because it's an outdoor spider.
What does that mean?
It gets its food outdoors. That's why it's living in the plants.
What food is out there that's not in here?
Bugs.
Yeah, because we have spiders in here that eat bugs. That's why we don't have bugs.
That's why I haven't killed the spider out there, because he's protecting our plants.
Wow. Bartholomew is more than just a plant eater. Okay?
Oh, we're naming him Bartholomew?
We already did.
What if it's a female?
It's a unisex name. What?
Okay, have I ever made you watch Maid of Honor?
No, but you should definitely pick the title for this episode.
I had one picked out.
Okay.
I can't remember what. Oh, Mindless Moving Floors.
Okay.
But there's a scene in Maid of Honor where, like, basically it's about this, like, American woman marrying a Scottish guy. And they're all gathered for their wedding dinner. And they're like, oh, if you have a baby, what would you name it? And they're like, little baby Athel. And it becomes a joke because it sounds like asshole, you know? But
Oh, yeah.
I saw that name in a book for the first time the other day. Like, Athol. And I was like, huh.
I would have put 2 T's just so they know. Like, you maybe just misclicked.
I mean, it's Scottish.
Yeah, we can see you.
I know. I was like, what is happening over here?
She's playing with the hair tie.
Yeah, well, that's because it's time to end the episode.
I'll do the outro. That's you.
Well, this has been an episode of Mindless Prattle. We hope you liked what you heard today. If you did, please give us a follow and listen to our next episode as well. You can see us every Mondays at noon, wherever you get your podcasts, or on Tuesdays on YouTube if you want the video. My name is Ripley. That thing over there is Jordan, and we will see you next time.
I can't call you it, but you can call me a thing. I feel like that's kind of racist.
You're white. You can't be racist against white people.
I mean, you can.
I can't.
Yeah. You're ginger.
No, that's just discrimination. Did you see that?
What?
On TikTok, there was like a thing going around for a few weeks where people were like, oh, all gingers are now black people.
I did see that, yeah.
Like, yeah, solidarity. Fuck the man.
I'll leave that to you. I'm going to stick to my preferences. But okay.
But that is all. Goodbye, guys. We'll see you next time.